Here's how we were able to help a spa owner at an extra $10,000 in revenue. So before I'll dive in, let me share the backstory and explain how we met and what was done. So when we met with her, she was working as self-employed esthetician. She had her own space. She had a couple of other people that were renting space at her spa. But in case with her, she was working by herself as self-employed, right? So what we've done, based on what she was already doing, we figured out the audience, first of all, that she wanted to target. Then based on that audience, we created an offer, which was an irresistible offer. We created all the great stuff to automate all the processes, which was in that case, we built the entire funnel with a landing page where we placed all the information about the offer that people can claim. In that case, it was, I believe it was a coupon where people could get a 25% off from that service, because that was the first kind of an entry service into all the services that she was offering. So we started with that, and it was $100 for the service. And by doing so, we were able to bring in a huge amount of leads.
That's a lot of people too, Charlie.
That were interested in the service, of course. And on the back end, so when people started filling out those forms with a name, email, and phone number, on the back end, we would create an application form just like for other customers, because we already know what's working, and we've implemented this 9-step system for her. And this step was basically one of those steps. So we wanted to make sure that we can qualify people and to see who is really interested and who is serious about
This is a time for serious people, Bob.
taking her service. So we started doing that. It took us about 2 weeks to prepare everything. And when we launched all the ads, we tested a couple of different ads, different creative, different copies, to see what would work the best. And then when we found the winner, we just started scaling. So we started getting all those leads. She was getting quite a lot of leads. I would say on her own, she would get at least 30 leads a month. That was in the beginning, of course. And when we found out the copy and the ad that was working well, we basically focused on that and started scaling that copy. But then the next step was to automate the process where people could, let's say they fill out the form, they fill out the application, and the next step, in order for her, because she was getting a lot of different, and she was kind of a one-man show, she couldn't do everything at the same time because she was providing the service while she was still getting those leads and requests and people filling out the form. So one of the steps that we added was we added this automation where people could book an appointment with her right after they fill out the application form. So it became kind of a 3-step process. So we have the opt-in with the name, email, phone number. The second step was application. We had about 5 to 7 questions. And the third step was to book an appointment. Most of the times people don't really do that, but we still created that in order to decrease her workload. But it definitely helped. And what it basically helped us do is add an additional $10,000 in revenue. And now these days, she already has an entire team that works with her. She does have an entire place, like now I think they're moving into a new office. So from the moment we started working together, now this is their 3rd or 4th office where they're moving, because her team is growing. So she has already, she built her brand. We're able to help her build that client base and retain those people. And then of course it's important for the business owner to provide a good service, because we can market the service as much as we want, but then if the service or the product sucks, well, you can't really do anything about it, right? Because people are not going to come back. And that's how you win in the game of business. You want to make sure that those people come back over and over and over again. And that's where you really make money. Because in the beginning, you basically pay to acquire those clients. And then now you can take those clients and sell them your services and products over and over and over again, and increase your average lifetime value of your client. And this will help you get a lot more revenue, of course, and a lot more profits, because at the end of the day, we're in business to make money, and we want to make sure that your business is profitable. So I would highly suggest you to implement these 3 steps. So first of all, create a short form. Don't ask for too many questions because people they'll not be open to fill out a longer form as a first step because they still don't know you. So in the beginning, just ask for a name, email, phone number. The next step would be the application form. Even if they don't fill out the application form, you can still call them. But then if they do, we notice that 80% of people that fill out the application form, they do become clients. And the third step is help them make the entire process easier and create that automated process where people can book an appointment with you or somebody on your team without you having to call them. But of course, if they don't fill out the calendar, that they don't book the time with you on their own, where somebody from your team or yourself would have to call and either book a meeting or bring them into your office, however you want to do it. So this is basically the system that helped her add an additional $10,000 in revenue in the beginning. And now, of course, they're making way more than that. They have a way bigger team and new location, as I just mentioned. So if you would like to learn how this can be done, right under this video, there's going to be a link. You can download our 9-step system that we're using for our clients. So every single time when a new client comes in, we guide them through those 9 steps. So you can go ahead, download it for yourself, and I'm going to see you in the next video.